what is this Paradiddle-Diddle thing? It sounds like a nursery rhyme, which is weird. I'm going to teach it to you on the snare first. Very simple. We're also going to talk about playing it in 3/4 versus 6/8. What we're going to do later is a little more of a 12/8 kind of thing. So the pattern itself is going to go like this. Right, left, right, right, left, left. So if we wanted to play that in 3/4, what I would do is throw a hi-hat at the very beginning, and then for every 2 notes we play on the snare like this. Now, if we wanted to do it more in like a 6/8 pattern, still a hi-hat at the beginning, and then every 3 beats on the snare, we would throw in another hi-hat like this. So putting those together so you can kind of hear the differences would sound like this. So a lot of times you don't really have the hi-hat going like that the whole time, but you can sort of mentally think more of a quarter note 1, 2, 3, or more of a 6/8, 1 and 2 and or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 6/8 thing is going to come in handy because we're about to move this pattern over to the ride cymbal. But before we do that, we're actually going to flip the pattern around and take the last 3 beats and play that first. So that's going to be right, left, left, and then right, left, right. So right, left, left, right, left, right. All right. Once you've got that down, feel free to practice that a little bit more before you try this next thing with the ride. We're going to move the right hand over to the ride and throw a hi-hat with the left foot on beat 2 and beat 4 like this. Okay, to break that down a little bit further, we're doing right, left, left first. The hi-hat comes in when we do right, left, right, like this. So let's slow it way down. Try to play this one along with me. And then back up to a little bit more speed like this. And then on the screen, you're going to see a pattern of just a typical swing, no snare, no kick drum, just the ride and the hi-hat. And we're just going to go one time on the ride with the hi-hat and then one time through with the rudiment played between the ride and the snare like this. So try it like that. You can also try maybe 4 measures or 2 measures on just the ride, just the very basic thing. Throw in some comping on the snare if you feel comfortable with that, or even like a side stick type of thing, and then 2 measures or 4 measures with that full rudimental pattern. So let's go ahead and try that. Okay, there are a million other ways you can work on this. One thing I would recommend is feathering quarter notes on the bass drum. So let's try that next. You can also move that left hand to some toms. And I'm not actually very good at this yet because I haven't practiced it very much. So I'm going to try it very slow and sort of demonstrate how I would work on that if I wanted to start incorporating it into songs. So let's see. We've got this. I'd maybe even go back to snare. Okay. See, I'm already messing it up. Let's try it one more time. I'll throw some hi-hats in there too, which will probably help my brain stay a little more focused on this. Okay, I'm going to try speeding that up too, because I think that's going to sound really cool with maybe a little more of a Latin kind of 12/8 feel to it, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. This is difficult, but now it just makes me want to expand on that pattern some more, maybe throw some side stick in there for more of some kind of a clave type sound, maybe throw in a clave with the left foot, which I'm also not great at, so we'll see how that goes. If this was all helpful for you, I've got some sheet music that you can download for free. All you have to do is join my Facebook group, which is called Helping Drummers Get Unstuck. If you don't have a Facebook profile, I totally understand. It's kind of an older people thing to do, but I promise you it's worth it because you have direct access to ask me questions, shoot me a message, let me know what you're working on, what I can help you get unstuck with. Yeah, and I would be happy to help you with all that, especially if you're going through some of this jazz stuff. It's weird. Some of it, for me, coming from a rock background, it was so strange going from like, and then thinking, okay, this hi-hat thing is on 2 and 4. That's normally where my snare goes, like, which doesn't sound good in most jazz tunes. But anyway, if that's the kind of stuff you're working on, the link's below. You can join that group. Again, I've got some free stuff in there, some free videos and sheet music and things that'll help you get unstuck. And throw a comment below if there are songs you're working on, patterns you're working on. If you also think rudiments are boring, because I definitely do, love to help you out with some of that stuff.